All right, if you're a real estate agent that is looking for video content ideas, this is the video for you. I'm going to share with you 24 unique video content ideas that will absolutely take your game to the next level. All right, as real estate agents, we all know that we should be doing more video. We should be doing more video content. And so what I want to do today is give you some ideas that will hopefully give you some things practically that you can put into place immediately that are working for us right now. Some things that we've got results on so that you don't have to, you can take the questions out of it. And also it's going to give you the confidence that when you do these videos, you're going to get some results that you've been looking for. So let's start with number one. The first one is this: Instagram green screen videos. Now, if you've ever seen these videos where it looks like they've got an article or they've got a picture behind them and they're kind of standing out in front, this is the reason why these are so effective right now. There are times when Instagram puts into effect new effects or new programs that they're utilizing, or they're trying new tools for whatever reason right now. When we do the green screen videos, it's absolutely killing right now because this is an application directly from Instagram. Now, I'll give you some practical ways you can use this in an even better way and some ideas on the type of videos. But if you're not sure how to do an Instagram green screen video, just simply go in on Google, on YouTube, and just put in how to record an Instagram green screen video. It's going to show you exactly how to do that, the steps that you need to take. That's what I did the first time to figure this out. But a couple of ideas that are really doing well for us right now, and then some practical steps that you can take that are going to help take this to a whole other level. Number one is when you're doing some type of a new listing that you're getting ready to go on. So let's see, we're even seeing people do this on the front end of a listing presentation. This was an idea, I believe it was Tom Ferry or maybe Jimmy Mackin, where basically you're taking an aerial view of an area or a neighborhood and you're putting that picture behind you and you're just saying, can't really tell you exactly where this is yet, but I'm getting ready to go on a listing appointment for a place in this area. This neighborhood is extremely hot, and I'm anticipating that we're going to get multiple offers on a place. If you'd like details about this new listing that's coming, hopefully pretty soon, just go and DM me, and I'll be glad to send you the details before anybody else knows. This is a great way to generate some buyers. It's also showing that you're out there doing those things. Also, if you're out there and you're doing market updates, a great way to do this is to not give the full market update, but just say, hey, this is the blog post I wrote about the surprising things that are going on that are affecting the sale of properties and that are creating opportunities for sellers, or if you're focusing on buyers, the opportunities it's creating for buyers. And then what you can do is we want to prime the Instagram pump, so to speak. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask them to comment. This is the key right here. This is where we're really getting the juice. So if you simply say, hey, I'm getting ready to get a new listing in this area, can't really talk about it, I'm getting ready to go. But if you'd like details on this, just comment down below, new listing, and I'll send you the details in your DMs as quick as possible. Now, what we're doing by asking for these, or let's say you're doing a market report, hey, there's some surprising things that we're seeing as far as trends for people who are considering selling that are going to affect the price of your home. If you'd like to know exactly what's going on, just comment trends down below and we'll send you that information through your DMs. Now, here's why we're doing that. Instagram's algorithm is built on having the ability to have engagement. So what we're doing is we're asking for the engagement. When they type in trends, you can use ManyChat, which is an automated product that I use, but you can do this yourself. And basically what it will do is once they say trends, for instance, or new listing, or whatever the keyword is you said, you can automate that chatbot to respond. But we're going to just do this manually. I'm going to tell you how to do it manually. We're going to basically then come in and say, check your DMs, just sent you the details. Now what we've done is we've had 2 comments, 2 pieces of engagement, and the algorithm's like, wait a minute, we got something that's actually getting some traction here. It's going to put it out to more people. Then we're going to direct message those or DM those to those folks. And what that does is that's a more personalized communication. In the DM, when we send them the details, say, if you don't mind, just let me know that you received this so that I know that you got all the details you needed. They're going to comment back in the DMs, got it, or whatever they comment back. Now we've got 2 personalized because the direct message is a more personalized deal. And not only does it give juice, so to speak, to this actual post, but now you've got someone that it's showing the algorithm you have a little bit of a different, more personal relationship with. And we're seeing trends where it's showing more of your content to those folks that you have those DMs with. This is a great way, utilizing green screen videos to talk about coming soon listings, to talk about market updates, to talk about 5 best restaurants in your area, whatever it is. Use this to do it in a short form, grab the attention, create some momentum, so to speak, and then get the details out and have somebody raise their hand that they're looking for a particular thing. The next YouTube video idea is moving to whatever your city is everything you need to know in 2024 or whatever year it is when you're doing this, because what this is going to do is it's going to get a little more personal. It's utilizing the search engine to find those folks. We're calling them out, so to speak. Anyone that's considering moving to this area is going to want to watch this video. It's also giving it a timeline, which means that it's fresh information. And what we're seeing with YouTube is this is one of those videos that if you put this out there and you title it just like we said, you tag it where you utilize the tags, you do a description with all the details and the keywords for your local area, and you do a thumbnail that captures those people's attention, you're going to have a video that's going to perform extremely well and is going to help you find those buyers before they even come to town. Next up is a developing neighborhood overview. Now, this is a video, you can see examples of this on Noah Escobar's channel, but basically what he's doing with this is he's going in, because it's a new neighborhood, he's talking about what is to come. People want fresh information. It also gives you the ability, when you do this, to actually go in and be the first person to go in there. So what you might want to title something like this is the newest neighborhood in whatever city, all the details, or however you want to title this in a way that captures people's attention. You want to make sure that you have the neighborhood information in your title. You want it in your description, because that's going to be the cue for the search engine to begin to, anybody that searches for that, to find you there. We're finding when we do the description correctly, when we do the tagging correctly, we're utilizing some drone photography to show the dirt being moved, the actual idea of exactly what it looks like. When we do those things, what we're finding is not only are we getting those details out there, we're moving to number one in search, and we're getting ahead of anybody else with these new neighborhoods. This gets you the ability to be the first person that they reach out to, because when they search for it, you're going to be the first person they see. The next title idea for a YouTube video, or even a shorter form, is don't move to whatever your city is before you hear these details. So this is where we're basically utilizing the title to capture their attention. Here's what we're doing with photography and with videography is that we're stopping the scroll, so to speak. But what the title does is it creates a curiosity where people want to check this if it's somebody that's considering moving there. Listen, if I'm moving somewhere and I see something that says don't move to whatever the city is before you hear these details, or you watch this video, whatever you do with your title, it's going to give somebody the ability to click on that. Now, once we get that video started, some of the things that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about different types of demographics in our area. We're going to talk about the different highlights of the area, some of the amenities, some of the things that are going to highlight the place and give them confirmation that a decision to move to this area is a great idea, and that you're going to be the person who's going to have the most resources and the best details to help them find that ideal place. Number 5 is listing videos. Now, I'm seeing still a lot of agents that are hesitant to do and spend the money on listing videos. Even if you've got a listing that's going to sell very quickly, let me tell you what a listing video does. Number 1, it gets exposure for the listing, which is a benefit to the seller. Number 2, if you're doing this extremely professional, it becomes almost like a resume builder for you, because you have to understand the other neighbors, the other people that are considering selling, they're seeing you doing something at a higher level, which is going to make you stand out from other agents. It also gives you the ability that when you're going into listing appointments, you can say, let me show you some of the things that we do that are a little bit different than other agents. Hiring and spending extra money on getting a professional walkthrough video or detailed video on your listing is absolutely not just going to help you get that one sold. It's going to help you get more listings. The next title is Tour a, whatever the dollar amount is, $500,000, $1 million house in a specific neighborhood. Now, what this is doing is especially if you're farming a specific neighborhood, you're utilizing the name of the neighborhood to capture the attention of those folks that might be considering selling or buying in that neighborhood. Also, the curiosity of does a price point get you in a specific neighborhood in a specific city? So when you're titling this, think of it from a standpoint as what are people going to search for? And so maybe the title is something along this: tour a whatever dollar amount home in this subdivision, and then as a ending to that title, you may want to put whatever the city is, home tour. So an example of this would be like tour a, whatever dollar amount home in a specific neighborhood, and then maybe a hyphen, and then put, like for us, 30A real estate or something of your area. So what this title is going to do is going to give them the curiosity to click on, but it's also just thinking we need 7 touches, they're telling us now, as far as touches before somebody's going to recognize us as doing a specific thing. This is another way to have one of those touches, a high quality touch, and create a curiosity gap for them to continue to search for more of your content. Number 7 is an Instagram series of videos. Now, this is what we're seeing a trend of, and this is because people will begin to just kind of binge watch some of these, where it might be like, number 1 reason people love moving to 30A. Number 2 reason people love moving to 30A, and you've got a series of these videos, and what happens is once you have one and they find one of these, and you never know which one is going to do. It may be number 6 that they find out that they really like, or that kind of hits a little bit of a extra juice, so to speak, and gets more views. Once they see that one, it's a feeder then back to the others, and it gives you the ability to, again, have one of those 7 touches that leads to more touches, which leads to them being more comfortable with you and ultimately leads to more business. Number 8 is to interview local builders. Do you have a builder that is building this, a quality builder that maybe you've been referring some people to? What if you were to tour one of their homes, or you were to have a sit down and talk about some of the features that they like to do, or the things they do specifically that's a little bit different? A couple of things this does. Number 1 is it gets you the ability to sit with an established builder, so you're getting a little bit of a comfort zone that you're a professional working with professionals. It also gives you the ability to build a relationship with that builder in a way that you can have the opportunity to possibly become their agent of choice if you aren't already. If you are their agent of choice, now you're driving home the value of working with you. But basically doing this where you could either split the cost, or you could pay for the cost even and just give them those details, but you share it on your social media, you share it on your YouTube channel, and they do the same. Now you're actually having the ability to expand the reach of those videos. You're expanding the understanding of who you are as a professional and your association in the area, and it's going to be a benefit to both you and the builder as well. The next idea is to interview local business owners. Listen, a lot of these local businesses, especially small businesses, they don't have the wherewithal or the finances to go out to have somebody that's marketing their business for them. So when you go in and you say, hey, look, I love your donut shop, for instance, and I'd love to just do a little quick video about this place, have you tell us a little bit of the history, and I'd love to share it on social media. The key on this is if you're going to share it on social media, make sure that you add them as a collaborator. And what that does is it gives the ability that once you post it, all they have to do is accept being a collaborator, and it's going to be posted onto their social media. Again, expanding your reach, showing you as someone who's a resource in the community. We've also seen when we do these, some of the things that we didn't think about is that those actually become referral partners because you've done something special for them. The law of reciprocity goes to work, and they try to find ways to do something nice for you. This is a great way to set yourself apart in your local area to become that quote-unquote digital mayor, I guess you could say, and to give value to local people, and it's absolutely going to come back to you. Number 10 is an About Me video, and in reality, what you want to do with this is you don't want to just make it all about you. You want to talk about what you love about this business. You want to talk about who it is that you love serving. Who is it that you are ideally working with? Who is your ideal client? You almost want to call them out, so to speak, in this. And you want to say, let me just share with you some of the things that I love working with first-time homebuyers about. Or let me tell you why I love working with people that are searching for investment properties. Or let me tell you why I love working with homeowners that are transitioning and that are selling their home and need to sell it for the highest price so that they can move on to the next time in their lives and the next step in their lives, whether that be upgrading their home or downsizing their home. You see, when you get specific and you talk about an About Me video that shares a little bit about who you are, it gives people the understanding of not just who you are, but who you ideally work with. Do the About Me video, share it on your YouTube page as the titled video, so to speak, that they see when they first come on. Also, make sure that you're utilizing this on your social media and on your website, and it's going to give a comfort level that people wouldn't have otherwise. Next up is a freebie lead magnet. When we're talking about a lead magnet, this is where you are trying to identify or let people raise their hands and say that they would like more information from you. So something like this might be, every so often I come across properties that are off market that I can share with buyers before the rest of the people see it when it comes on MLS. If you're somebody that's thinking about buying and you'd like to be included on receiving the details of those types of things, just direct message me and I'll be glad to add you to that email list and let you know when those properties are coming. Again, what we've done is we've created something that's a little different, something that's special, but we're giving people the ability to direct message us. I like this one on social media, and it gives them the ability to add people to our list, so to speak, of potential buyers. Also, if you're a seller, you might want to use something along these lines. Hey, if you're considering selling and you're not sure exactly what to do to prepare your home to maximize the price, I've put together 7 critical steps that every seller should do before listing their home. If you'd like details on that, just direct message me and I'll be glad to send that over to you. Again, we're giving something of value and we're doing it in a private where they can direct message us, and now we have the opportunity to have those conversations that maybe we wouldn't have otherwise. Next up is copy your most viral video that you've ever done. Now listen, when I say viral, viral is different for different people. A viral video for Tom Ferry is different than a viral video for me. A viral video for you may be the one that has had the most views, and it may just be a couple hundred views versus your typical being 50. It may be that you got 1,000 views versus a couple hundred. It may be that it got 10,000 or 100,000 versus your normal 1,000. Whatever it is, what is the subject or the video that you've done in the past on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, or wherever you've done a video that was 10x the performance of the other videos? Take that topic, rework that topic, give an updated idea on this, and that's how you're going to do this. This is why you'll see like this. One of the reasons I'm doing this video right now is because last year when I did 23 video content ideas, it did extremely well. So what I've done is now I've taken this and I'm giving you 24 ways to do video that is basically fresh, it's updated, it's something new. But I know that this is going to perform well because I've seen that this topic performed well for my audience in the past. Understand your audience. Give them more of what they've liked in the past, and they're going to love you in the future. Next up is a community overview video. This is a video where you're going to highlight specific details about a community. If you're farming a neighborhood, you absolutely have to have a video about that community, talking about the amenities of that community, talking about historically, when did this subdivision get built? Was there a specific builder that built it out? What are the things and the trends you're seeing in the sales right now? You see, when you get to a place where you're going to be the specialist in a specific neighborhood, that's going to be accompanied by a specific video that you can share with those homeowners, that you can share with those buyers that are coming in that neighborhood, and you'll stand out as that expert for that local area. Next up is a specific video title that's working on a lot of different people's channels all over the country, and it's this: why so many people are leaving whatever your city is, and you should consider doing so as well. Now, this is basically going to be one of those for somebody that's thinking about it, or they live in an area. It's going to be something that's going to capture their attention, and they're going to absolutely, out of just simply just wondering what in the world are they talking about, going to click this. Now, this is what this video is talking about. They're mainly talking about people that are moving to suburbs or specific areas outside of there. So if you're seeing a trend where in your city people are, I'm going to just use our area, where people are moving off of the beach and they're buying on the Bay Area where they can do more boating. Or maybe they're moving out of a specific downtown area and they're moving to a suburb. Whatever that is, when you get very particular about people that are moving out, you're going to capture sellers. You're going to absolutely capture some of the buyers that are looking in the area because they're going to be curious about why people might be moving out. And now you're going to, again, have one of those touch points and a video that's going to do extremely well if you utilize that title in your local area. The next title is, what does a certain dollar amount get you in your area? This is one that will absolutely get you views because anybody that's considering moving to a certain area, or anybody that lives in a certain area is going to want to see what you're highlighting. You could be doing this with one of your specific listings that you have. You could be going, if you don't have a lot of listings, and asking another agent if you could highlight their video and give them credit. You could utilize this in a way that you're going to attract buyers and also potential sellers because, again, this is about the volume of doing this. This is the consistency of getting quality video content out there. This is one that will absolutely hit the search algorithm, specifically on YouTube, in a very special way. Next up is the 5 most popular neighborhoods in your area, or maybe it's the top 3 luxury neighborhoods in your area. It's specific to your area. This is someone that you're going to capture that's possibly considering moving to your area, or maybe somebody that's considering moving up, or somebody that's just curious about local real estate. By utilizing those keywords, you're absolutely going to be something that you're creating a video that's going to give value. You're going to talk about the differences between each of these neighborhoods, the pros, the cons, the age of the homes, the differences between their location in regards to the local amenities. All of these things are going to give you the ability to show yourself as the resource that has a grasp on not only the local market, but the differences that will help a buyer make the best decision for their family. Next up is my 5 favorite things I love about living in wherever it is. Now, this could be done as a longer form video for YouTube. It also could be a very short Instagram reel where you would utilize the video to basically tell the story. It may be like in our area, you would want to show dolphin swimming. You would want to show the beach. You would want to show the bike trails. You would want to show the lifestyle that we have about the 5 reasons you love living here. Now, if we're going to do this longer form, we can talk about specific things and we can go into more details, and that's going to be more of a YouTube deal. Either way, Start by thinking about what is it that you love about your area. When you love your area and when you talk about the things you love about your area, it creates an energy that buyers and sellers want to be around. It's a positive understanding that you are really just an ambassador for your area, and you're going to share with them some of these things that you love, and it's going to magnetically draw your ideal client to you. Next up is moving from wherever they're moving from to your local area. Now, this is a very targeted type of video because is there a feeder market, so to speak, where a lot of people are moving from into your area? Is there something like if you're around a military base where majority of the people that are coming to that base are moving from a specific other base? Is it where we're like in our area, there's a lot of people coming from Atlanta, Nashville, Dallas, Houston that are moving in to buy second homes in our areas. So the title on that video is going to be very specific, and it's going to call out those ideal clients that are moving from those areas. Next up is a very similar title, but it's different in what we're going to be presenting. Living in whatever city they are versus your local market. Everything you need to know. Now, this is where we're going to go in and we're going to talk about the differences. We're going to talk about the cost of living. We're going to talk about the types of homes. We're going to talk about the amenities, the school systems, the demographics, everything that we want to, that someone would want to know about the differences before where they're living now and where they're considering to move to. Again, we're driving this home. I would do both of these types of videos because they're going to feed each other. Like the one we did previously where we're really talking about everything, in this one we're talking about everything they need to know. In the previous one, we're really capturing their attention. So we want to form a loop for those folks. Not only does this person have one video, but they have two specific videos that are really speaking directly to us. This must be the agent that we should be working with. Next up is telling the story of selling a home. What was your favorite transaction? Where did you add the most value? I've always said it this way, stats tell, but stories sell. So how can you tell a story and make the buyer or the seller the hero? Let me tell you about the story of selling one of my favorite sales that I've ever had. It all started because I was a referral who came from a very good client of mine. And when I first met them, I ultimately knew immediately that this was the ideal person that I could really help. What we did is we began to put together a plan of action 2 months in advance to put their home on the market. That involved. And then as we launched it, we did these specific things that helped us maximize that price. We were able to get multiple offers, and the process was very smooth toward the closing. A lot of this came down to the communication we had and starting the process early. Listen, if you're someone that is considering selling in the next few months, I'd love to just meet with you with a free, no obligation meeting to talk about some of the things that you can be doing right now to prepare to get your home sold for the highest price with in the least amount of time and with the fewest hassles. You see, when we do some of these things, we're queuing up, so to speak, the funnel of those people that are considering selling, and we're telling the story in a way that they can relate to it and they can see themselves being a part of that next story that you'll have. Next up is an interview of your top clients. Now, maybe you have someone that has an interesting job, or maybe they own a local business, or they have something where they could add some value. This is a great way to give them a little bit of value for their business if they have one, or for you to tell the story of how you worked with them. Again, people will work with people when they see some type of a relationship that they could relate to. So when you're sharing these and you're interviewing those top clients and they're talking about you in a way that is flattering, or they're just telling about their process and how it went for them, all of a sudden now people get past some of the hesitation they may have, and they realize that you are that absolute agent that they can not only buy a home from, but that they can build a relationship with. Next up is the title, Moving to Whatever Your City Is, 7 Reasons You'll Love It Here. This is a great way, again, to attract people before they get there. This gives you the ability to talk about some of the amenities and what are those amenities that your ideal buyer will love about living in your area. This gives them an ability to see you excited about your local area. This gives them the ability to get your energy and understand that you're someone that's not just going to sell them a house, but you're going to be excited to have them as neighbors and share all of what it is to be living in your area as far as the lifestyle. Again, your vibe is going to attract your tribe. So come from a place of excitement for your local area, and you're going to draw people that are going to be excited to move to your local area as well. The next title is the 5 newest neighborhoods in your local area. Again, we talked a little bit earlier about the most popular. This is one people love new. They want to know what's fresh. They want to know that you're on top of the trends and everything that's new in your local market. Sharing the details of these types of neighborhoods. Again, it's going to drive home what we talked about a little bit earlier, where you're doing maybe some updates on some subdivisions that are coming soon, or some of the subdivisions that are just getting started. This again puts you at the forefront, someone who's got the freshest information, the newest information, and a resource that they are absolutely going to want to work with when they decide to buy a home in your area. Last but not least is the video unsolicited CMA. If you've ever listened to anything I've done, this is the best way I know to give value to homeowners in a way that will absolutely generate some listings for you. If you are curious about how to do that, this is a video that'll be up above, the link that you can see that's going to give you all the details and break this down completely. But the key with video is just to press record. Just get started. If you're uncomfortable in front of the camera, just know the more you do, the better you're going to get. And understand this. The person that you are is going to attract the ideal client for you. So be authentic on the video. Be who you are. Talk about the things that you love. Give an energy off that's going to be attractional, and you'll absolutely see video generate more business for you. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.